everyone. Thanks for coming out here today. The news reaching us today, Bill Gates has spoken up on why COVID-19 is slowly spreading in Nigeria. But he also highlighted a lot of facts, that a lot of issues going on in our country. And a lot of people, before now, we feel like no one knows what's happening in our country. Even the politicians, they feel like whatever they do is just within the country. It's not in the eye of the open and in the eyes of the whole world. But that's not quite the case. The whole world knows everything that happens in Nigeria, in our country, even in our politics. And Bill Gates has given some key points here about this our very country, Nigeria, and we'll look into that very shortly. But before we go further, if you haven't yet subscribed to us, please do click on the subscribe button down below, and also click on the notification bell. Please do give us a thumbs up just to let us know you appreciate what we're doing here. So yeah, back to what we have for today. So Bill Gates spoke strongly about our country, Nigeria. You know, our leaders, our lawmakers, they feel like they are untouchable. They cannot be seen. Their crimes, their looting, the corruption, and everything they practice is definitely in the eyes of the open in this age where we live in. But it looks like this coronavirus itself has opened a lot. It has brought a lot up, opened a lot. It has revealed a lot. We know in the past years we've been suffering. Our healthcare is nothing to write home about, but nobody has really highlighted that until this COVID-19 came up. That is why we know that the healthcare is nothing to write home about, but everyone has just been managing it just the way it is. But this COVID-19 has really opened up a lot. Let's just go into the news for today and see all that Bill Gates highlighted. Bill Gates explains why COVID-19 is slowly spreading in Nigeria. The founder of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, has said that it is most likely that the weather condition in Nigeria and India may be restricting the COVID-19 spread in the countries. So far, developing countries like India and Nigeria account for a small portion of the reported global infections. With luck, some factors that we don't understand yet, like how weather might affect the virus spread, will prevent large-scale infections in these countries, he said in his latest article tagged Innovation versus the Coronavirus. Gates, however, noted that although countries like Nigeria has a large young population, economic hardship, among others, poses a great threat to people's life. Even though their populations are disproportionately young, which would tend to mean fewer deaths from COVID-19, this advantage is almost certainly offset by the fact that many low-income people's immune system are weakened by conditions like malnutrition or HIV. And the less developed a country's economy is, the harder it is to make the behavior changes that reduce the virus's reproduction rate, he said. He further predicted a widespread of the coronavirus in developing countries, citing their poor health facilities. He also stated that residential areas that are overcrowded is symbolic of developing countries and it could enable COVID-19 spread. If you live in an urban slum and do informal work to earn enough to feed your family every day, you won't find it easy to avoid contact with people. Also, the health system in these countries have far less capacity, so even providing oxygen treatment to everyone who needs it will be difficult. Tragically, it is possible that the total death in developing countries will be far higher than in developed countries, he stated in the article on Thursday. He also stated that his foundation will continue to do its best in supporting relevant agencies in fighting the pandemic. So, my people, Bill Gates had this to say about our country, our very country, Nigeria. And there was a news that went on about in America precisely, where the Americans, they were asking some of the blacks that how come this coronavirus is not killing as much. And we know it's not really affecting the blacks as much as it's affecting the other nations. But he stated here, he said probably the case might be because of our weather. Our weather is very hot. Probably that's what's not allowing the spread to be really fast, because we can see that the death record, it's quite very small compared to other countries. But even if the weather is reducing the spread, he talked about other things that will increase this spread. He talked about the economic hardship that a lot of people are in Nigeria. He knows that there is really hardship in Nigeria. Hardship. There is hardship. A lot of people are suffering. There are really hungry Nigerians. People are really hungry. And that hardship leads to low immune system. And when this virus, it attacks, once your immune system is not strong, it attacks the immune system, and that's how it gets the body. Now, the economic is no, let's, before we go into that, he also talked about our health care. Now, even if someone contracts that disease, now our healthcare system is nothing to write home about. Bill Gates knows all of this. Not even Bill Gates alone. No. The leaders of all the world, they know, they see everything that happens in our country. Our country is in the open. Our healthcare system is in the open. So we are not deceiving anyone with President Muhammadu Buhari visiting other countries, probably visiting the US and having meetings and summits with all of them, and he's trying to make them feel like Nigeria is in order. We have good health system. No, that's not the case. They know all of this. Bill Gates stated it here that our healthcare system is poor. It's nothing to write home about, and this might be one reason that can increase the spread of this virus. Now, will our leaders, will they heed? Will this be a learning curve for them? I keep saying that this coronavirus is meant to be a learning curve for them to make changes and do the right thing. And so, because probably they feel like the virus is not spreading so fast in Nigeria, they don't need to sit up, they don't need to do anything. So far in all of this, I can't even see any major budget that has been released to enhance, to equip the hospitals, the healthcare, to see that our healthcare is up to standard. President Muhammadu Buhari still have not done anything like that to put in place. And it's quite sad, it's quite disheartening to see that they are not taking this thing seriously. You can imagine Bill Gates writing, maybe he's the one drawing his attention to this area that, Mr. President, although the virus is not spreading very fast in your country as a result of your weather is reducing the spread, but you need to pay attention to your health care. That is the point he's making here. They need to pay attention to the health care. Our health care is bad. It's nothing to write home about, but President Muhammadu Buhari, he will not listen. All they want to do, they feel like the healthcare can remain the same way. When they need treatment, they are going to run away from the country. They will fly abroad. But it's good that this season there's no flight. All countries are on lockdown. When they fall sick, I wonder where they will run to this time. The other day, the Minister of Aviation revealed that about 5 governors were requesting to fly out of the country, but he denied them the flight. You can imagine even governors, they don't even know that in their own state, that's what they need to do. The money, the budget they receive is to equip the hospital, because it has to start from one level. If every state equips what they have, then we have a better Nigeria. But no one, probably everyone is waiting for Muhammadu Buhari, and Muhammadu Buhari is not ready to take the lead. What about the governors? What about the lawmakers, the House of Assembly, all of them? This is what we face in our country. Anyways, my people, I do want us to leave our thoughts and our take on this. This is what Bill Gates has to say about our country, Nigeria. So I want to take this time to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed to us. Please, if you haven't yet subscribed, do click on the subscribe button down below, and also click on the notification bell. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Do hit on the like button, right? So please leave your comment. Let us know what you feel, what your take is about this news that we have today. So till I come your way again, bye for now